Hey Sag, welcome to You versus Them Tarot. This is in the format of person A, person B. Figure out where you are in the storyline. So person A has reevaluate your priorities. Person B has build on solid ground. Let's see, one more for person A. Change tracks. All right, it's time to do something different here. Person B, face your shadow. Okay. All right. I feel like person A already faced person B's shadow. That's why they have to reevaluate. Person B needs to understand what their shadow is and how they're showing up in this connection, how it's showing up toxic or unhealthy. Okay, or it's at least bringing up an unhealthy element to this connection. Person A is seeing what this shadow is looking like and they're like, do I want any parts of this? I'm not sure. How does person A feel about person B? That was too many cards. Too much, man. Okay, Sun card coming out. Nine of Pentacles. Oh my, okay. So person B. All right. I'm sorry. Person A. So this is a person who's seen the shadow in person B and is making them question this connection. Person A, they're wondering if they're better off just happy alone, okay, or by themselves. It's like, this is bringing a lot of stress to my life right now. I might just be better by myself. They also might be thinking about a past love, all right, or a past passion with the Ace of Wands, the King of Swords, and the Six of Cups coming through. This is giving the energy of an old flame, okay? And that is, they're thinking like, okay, maybe that would be better, okay? They're still unsure about that past situation, but what they do know is, or what they do really feel, the most important part of this is, I might be better by myself. How does person B feel about person A? Ten of Pentacles in reverse, Nine of Wands, so Hierophant in reverse, and a High Priestess. See, person B has hope. They have hope in a situation. They feel like, look, we can be the High Priestess and the Hierophant. We can be the High Priest and High Priestess together. Right now, it's a struggle. It's a struggle to build a foundation here. It's a struggle to build this. I'm not sure why. So they have hope. But I think they're not realizing that what their shadow is bringing to the table, what the reality is of the situation, what their current energy is in the situation, and how they feel their energy is, it's a disconnect there, all right? They're coming off more shadowy than they realize. All right, what is a blockage for person A? Or what are they feeling to see? Seven of Pentacles. Person A, it's time to do some real thinking. Like, okay, what exactly do I want? That's the reevaluating your priorities. Person A, just really like map it out, calculate that thing. What do I actually want? And what am I not getting here? What parts of their personality is a deal breaker? Are there any deal breakers for real? Or do I just not like this? Is it something that I could just be like, okay, well, that's just something I freaking hate about them and that's just gonna be it. But overall, they're fine. Like, is that what's happening? Or are you overall just feeling unhappy? So it's time for you to assess that. And if you are feeling overall unhappy, then it's like, what is missing? So that you can create what you actually want next time, okay? It's time to fine-tune your desires here. In order to do that, you are gonna have to take some time to yourself to actually figure out what you actually do want. With the Nine of Swords, I feel like person A is having a hard time doing that. They're like, why doesn't this work? I don't get it. Why isn't this working? It seems like it could work. I thought it could work when we first met. What happened? So now it's leading to this level of regret about choices that they made. All right, and what is the blockage for person B? All right, these are a lot of cards. Come on. What's the blockage for person B, or what are they feeling to see? Tower. This is going to be a moment for them where they don't realize, where they're going to realize how they're coming off with the Chariot card. It's a bit of an awakening. Queen of Cups. See, with the Queen of Cups in reverse, I feel like Okay, this could be one of two things. Let me pull out one more. There's going to be a moment where person B realizes that, okay, I thought person A was happy, and they're going to realize person A isn't. Person A is carrying the Queen of Cups in reverse energy, and person B is carrying the King of Cups. It does seem like it was a match at some point, but something happened and the foundation broke. And I feel like it's because whatever this relationship was built on, it was built on unevolved standards. And that's been coming up a lot in these readings, where people's standards are shifting, they're evolving. And so everything that was built on the less evolved standards are now falling apart. So person A is having that realization, like, I need something more. Person B, they're going to have a little bit of a tower when person A makes that known. Like, I'm not happy here. I'm not happy, but I'm staying. With the Queen of Cups and the Six of Swords. See, that's their energy. It's like, I'm not happy. I haven't been happy for a while and I want to go. I feel like that conversation is probably going to come up. I'm getting the Temperance in reverse on person B's end. I feel like they might have been... See, it's something about the reality versus what's going on in their mind. I do feel like there's a divide. So I'm getting a little bit of delusion on person B's end. I feel like part of them already knows that person A isn't that happy, but they buried it. They denied it. They went into denial mode and they chose to delude themselves. So this is why this moment when person A steps up and says, hey, I'm not happy, is going to be a tower moment for person B, because they built up this brick wall of denial. So it didn't have to be this tower moment, but because of the denial, it will be. Okay. Yeah. All right. What's the advice for person A? Three of Cups in reverse. All right. I'm going to say this. Person A, if you are thinking about someone else, you need to be single for a while. Okay, that's what I feel. I don't feel like, I think there's a fantasy of like, oh, what would it be with someone else? But ultimately, you do need to experience this sunshine by yourself. Okay, if anything, if there's a leaving, if there's a separation that happens, don't jump into the arms of this other person. Because you have to take time out to figure out, what do you actually want? Reevaluate your priorities and change tracks. If you leave this situation and then you go to this other person that you perceive is your person, and you still don't know what you want, you won't be able to see this new person for who they are neither, even if they have everything that you want. So I think if person A, if you're deciding to separate, take time to really get to know yourself again. Figure out what your new priorities are, what your new standards are here. All right. And then manifest from that place. And it might not be the person from your past. It might be. Okay. But yeah, there's a need to work that out. All right. Don't lean on someone else to get out of this. What is advice for person B? Emperor. Four of Cups and the Queen of Wands with the Knight of Cups. See, person B, I feel like the moment that person A is having right now, this aha moment, I feel like person B had this aha moment. Some other sign had this moment too. I think Taurus. Yeah. You might appreciate the Taurus reading as well, because this is a story of one person who wakes up and realizes, oh, we're probably not that compatible. When person B already knew that, but they buried it. They denied it, okay, for the sake of the relationship. And they thought everything would be cool. They didn't think that person A was going to wake up to that truth too, but it happened, okay? So now that it happens, person B is going to feel a little bit of resentment, like, Well, I already knew this. I had a moment where I was going to leave. I should have just left, you know? That's what I'm getting here. Watch your Taurus reading. You might appreciate that. So it is going to lead up to this resentment, but this resentment and this tower, it didn't have to be such a hard tower if person B listened to their intuition in the first place, because person B had the intuitive guidance first. They saw that this wasn't really going well, but they just didn't have the strength to walk away. And it feels like person A, they do have the strength to do it. All right. So yeah, it's a resentment of, I should have just left at that one time. I knew it was that one moment where I should have left, and I should have just left then. But I stayed. And now you're going to leave. You know, it's just leading to that resentment energy. Person A, love yourself first, okay? This is a lesson for both parties. Person B, when you had that epiphany, you should have chose to love yourself first. You should have chosen to honor your desires. You can't be mad at person A for doing that, okay? But obviously, easier said than done. It's still painful. Let your friends help you. Coming through, this is your intuitive guidance. This is your intuitive guidance that came through earlier before they had their intuitive guidance, where you should have just, they were trying to help you avoid this tower. All right. That was the purpose of your intuition, person B. They were trying to help you avoid this tower from happening, because they saw if you stayed in this, person A is going to start moving like this. Okay. Eventually, this is what's going to happen. They saw what was going to happen. They're like, hey, we could save you from this tower. Back out now. But I think someone doubled down because of their shadow. So now they have to work that out. Okay. So now it's a harder lesson than what it needs to be. All right. What does person A want to tell person B? I hid who I really am from you. Yeah. See, this is going to be a tower because person B, I know I messed everything up. Person B is going to be like, how long were you this unhappy? Because that's what's coming through here. Queen of Cups in reverse and the Six of Swords. I'm not happy. I'm not feeling the love, but I'm going to stay until they decide they're not going to stay. Okay. And person B is just going to be like, okay, where did this come from? Person A was hiding that. They were hiding the fact that they didn't really have the love anymore. And they don't feel happy about how they handled it. But they just didn't know how to until it got to the point where they couldn't deny it any longer. Person B, I want to tell you how I feel. See, I knew exactly what I was doing. Yeah. Both parties were kind of lying to themselves and lying to each other, or are doing that right now. They're lying to themselves and to each other about this connection, okay? Person A, they can't keep up the charade for too long, but person B, they're able to get their acting on, okay? For the sake of, if you're with it, then if you want to play the charade, I'll play the charade happily. But person A is like, well, I don't know if I want to play this charade anymore. So yeah, it's that moment. The good thing is, you know, I think, okay, it was a hope of like, okay, maybe we can go back and we can fake it till we make it. But it's going to come to this realization like, okay, I think this is done. Both parties are feeling that. So it's not like one person is madly in love and the other person isn't. Both parties are realizing, okay, this isn't, whether it happened in different times of the relationship, they both had the moment of light bulb moment. This might not work out. Or this might not be the healthiest for me, or this isn't really giving me what I want. Both parties had those moments, all right? But yeah, nobody was, both parties were just too scared to say it. All right, well, let me know what you think. Feel free to like, subscribe, share, comment. Go on and check out Taryn Hill for your soul path reading. That should be over here somewhere. Thank you so much till we meet again. Peace.